For institutions with hospital vacuum flow capability less than 36 liters per minute, there is an option with a scavenger interface valve. This option requires the user to adjust the level of flow. If the installation requires interface to a scavenging system using room ventilation exchange, the option shown here is offered. A port is also offered for scavenging of the respiratory gas monitor sample. The manual breathing bag can be mounted on either a bag arm, which is adjustable by pressing it in and rotating to adjust the height, or a fixed arm intended for use at institutions which prefer to have the manual breathing bag on a hose for mobility. The soda lime canister's release lever is easily accessible in the front of the breathing system. When in the open position, a message indicating that is the case appears on the ventilator's screen, accompanied by a single alarm tone. When the power switch is turned on, gases start flowing in the anesthesia machine and the ventilator comes up automatically in manual ventilation mode. An indicator on the lower left corner of the screen shows the presence or lack of mains power. If mains power is lost, the light will extinguish, the screen will indicate on battery, and a periodic tone will highlight the fact that the battery is in use. Battery life of 30 minutes is available if mechanical ventilation is in use and can be extended by moving to the manual bag mode and reducing the brightness of the screen via a menu selection. If the system is powered up with a switch in the mechanical vent position, the system remains in the bag mode until the operator confirms the ventilator settings by moving the switch from the vent position to the bag position and back. The Anesthesia uses mechanical needle valves and flow meters. You will also notice the tabs under each of the flow control knobs. These are required to meet standards that mandate a means to make accidental changing of the settings less likely. A hypoxic guard ensures nominal 25% minimum oxygen concentration in the fresh gas and functions down to the minimum flow of about 50 ml of oxygen. Ensure the vaporizers are properly placed and locked on the Select-Detect manifold and have agent. The Select-Detect manifold will only allow one vaporizer to be operated at any time. Gas flows internally from the vaporizer to the breathing system. Breathing system pressures are sensed on the patient side of the inspiratory check valve and are displayed on the ventilator screen as well as on an analog gauge located on the breathing system. The gauge can be rotated for viewing at the desired angle. With the bag vent switch in the bag position, the adjustable pressure limit valve will limit pressure in the patient circuit. The APL has been designed to allow the pressure to be adjusted from 2 to 70 centimeters of water pressure in one 360-degree turn. The adjustment is not linear, so that finer adjustments are possible at the lower end of the pressure scale. A tactile reminder will advise the operator when they reach about 30 centimeters of water pressure. It is important to remember that the Anesthesia APL is a spring-loaded positive release device. Thus, when manual ventilation ceases, it should be reset to its minimum value. If it is not reset and the patient's circuit is connected or occluded, fresh gas flow will inflate the circuit to the previously set value. In the bag mode, a message alerts the operator that the ventilator is not activated. Digital volume, O2, and airway pressure monitoring is active in the bag mode. There is an airway pressure waveform as well. A single step is required to move from manual to mechanical ventilation. The bag to vent switch is located on the top of the breathing system. Vent on displays on the ventilator screen. Above the ventilation waveform, an area has been dedicated to indicate the ventilation mode chosen and the circuit module that is in place. 2 circuit modules are available. A circle module is standard. A Bain module is optional. The Bain module blocks out the absorber, has no check valves, and changes the software so that fresh gas flow during exhalation is not reported as delivered volume. When moving to the vent position, the bellows should be filled by pressing the flush valve or increasing the fresh gas flow. Failure to do so will result in an unable to drive bellows alarm and message. In the vent position, the APL is out of the circuit. The bellows housing provides a nominal indication of the volume delivered by the bellows. The actual travel of the bellows will not match the delivered tidal volume, since travel is increased to overcome compression and compliance losses and decreased to offset the contribution of fresh gas flow to the delivered breath. We refer to this feature as tidal volume compensation. Since the ventilator is electronically controlled, the settings can be preset before attaching the patient. The parameter to be set is activated by pressing the key below it, adjusting with the encoder knob, and confirming with either a press of the encoder knob or the selection key. The user controls are located along the bottom of the ventilator control module and will usually be set from left to right. The pressure limit, when reached, will cause the ventilator to immediately end the inspiratory cycle. The leftmost key changes from setting the desired tidal volume in the volume control mode to setting the targeted inspiratory pressure in the pressure control mode. Changing of the mode blanks out the prior setting, and a tone reminds the operator that adjustment is required. The ventilator continues to function in the prior mode until the new mode setting has been chosen and confirmed. Pressing the menu key before confirming the setting in the new mode will cause a return to the prior mode at the prior settings. The final setting is for electronic